Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the AM. Thank God for the wake up. I am your host, Lewis, aka Unc, aka Uncle Lou. You name it, whatever you want to call me, I'm here. I am the host of Talking Cancer, My Journey, My Way. Welcome to another episode. First of all, how am I doing today? I'm doing great. I feel good. San Diego has been overcast like crazy the past few weeks. Like you wake up and it's just gray outside, but I will not let it stop my shine. And you should not either, no matter where you are. You know what I mean? So, boom. Just remember that God loves you, and if nobody else told you they love you today, I love you. Straight up. I went and see my nutritionist yesterday. Good visit, you know. I see her probably now it's probably like once a month. She's amazing, Miss Birgit. So shout out to her and Be Balanced out here in San Diego. The combination of things, I gotta say, because I can't really pinpoint it to just say, hey, this is just one thing. You know how you go smoke a joint, right? Boom. Instantly that got you high, right? Well, between the supplements and my eating and my, I can't really narrow down what exactly is making me feel good. Maybe it's a combination of everything that's making me feel good. So, that's awesome. So I hope that just continues to work, and hopefully, I pray that I keep on just striving to be better, knowing that I'm going to make it out of this at the end of the day, for myself, for my wife, for my kids, for my family, so on and so forth. But speaking of friends, family, I want to speak to you about love. What does that look like? What did it look like for you if you're sick like myself? What did it look like for you before your diagnosis? And what does it look like now after your diagnosis? Okay, this is a tough one to kind of get around. So let me see, for me, because I'm talking to myself really. So for me, what love looked like before diagnosis. Before diagnosis, besides the people around me on a regular basis, I really didn't look at love like that. I know it's there, but I tend to have looked at the people that are like in front of me on a regular basis. So those, so when I see it or even, in the past, let's look, I'm speaking just kind of general right now anyways. There's always love between people. You see people, you friends, maybe family members that you haven't seen in a long time or whatever. I know there's love there. But how does love show up? I've never really been a person to need help or need anything, but I've always been there for people that need me. I've always showed up, whether they're sick, whether they need a ride, whether they need this, whether they need that. I've always showed up if I could. Hey, you know, some things maybe has something to do. Hey, Lewis. Hey, Lewis. Hey, friend. Hey, whatever. Can you help me? I got something to fix. You know what I mean? If I could do it, if I had the tools, if I had whatever, I'll be there. Yep, I'm on my way. You know, that's just what I do. And 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to take your money. That's just how I rock. I mean, I don't know. That's how I show love, you know what I mean? By showing up when somebody needs it. You know, and I might not see you every day. I might not talk to you every day. But pre-diagnosis, that's how I was. Now, post-diagnosis, I can't say that I'm not the same, because I feel like even though I'm sick, I still show up for people that need me. If I see something or whatever, I show up. You know? People that need a helping hand at something, you know, need a little extra cash, whatever, need a prayer, whatever, I show up. I make sure that I let them know I'm praying for them. Or, hey, I don't got much, but here's a little something. Oh, you need help fixing that sink? I got you. If I could do it, I can. I'll show up. You know? All things aren't possible, but I'm going to let you know if I can and I can't. But I think that's just in my DNA. Now, when you sit here and reflect on others, especially when you're dealing with something like cancer or some other deadly disease, how does that love make you feel now? You know, because you could get in your feelings on how that love makes you feel, because now you kind of might lightweight expect things because of the love that you feel like you've shown. You know, and you can't put yourself in that position because everybody doesn't love the same. Now, do you know how much that person loves you? Probably not. Will you ever know? Probably not. But I'm more of a person that, you know, I love with action. You know, I remember I had a few family members come up with COVID or whatever, you know, and I would hit them up like, hey, I know this spot got the bomb soup. You need some, I'll go get you some. You need some? You want some? No, yeah. No, you don't need nothing. You sure? I'll go get it right now for you. Drop it off at your porch. No, I'm good. You know, some people said, no, I'm good, and I did it anyway. You know what I mean? Even for my sister, I drove 3-hour drive a few times to go drop her off this special soup. You know what I mean? Because this is just the love. I just show up. Now, expecting that from everybody, it's kind of hard sometimes. And sometimes, you know, if you sit there and you think about it, it could feel a little daunting or disappointing, because you're like, hey, where's everybody at? My point being is that even though those people might not show up the way you feel like they should show up, doesn't mean that they don't love you. But strangely and oddly enough, there's love coming from places that you never even thought it would come from people that you don't even know. Strangers sometimes. Show up and love you and pray for you and give to you. And they don't even ask. Hey, they just be like, hey, Lewis, I heard about what you're going through. I need to stop by. I got my boy Mark Vail. Awesome dude, just solid. He going through his own thing, trying to make it work, taking care of mom, some more stuff, and he has his own little, business entrepreneur guy, real positive guy, from the inner city. And he'd turn around and be like, he has this clothing line, Stay Down Clothing, right? And hey, he got some Charter shirts that I want, boom. My boy drops what he doing, comes bring me some. I'm willing to pay this dude out of pocket, like, hey, bro, no, man, you got a business here, man. Like, nah. My boy refuses to take my money. Pops up on my inbox, or I'll pop up in here. It's just, hey, bro, how you doing? How mom's doing? Just checking up on me, just on some, just some random, like, this dude is a solid dude. Each one teach one. You know what I mean? He's given the right energy, not compromising who he is, and not ashamed to care. You know what I mean? He's not ashamed to show people that he care. Some people get in their feelings, or, no, it's not me. That's just who I am. Oh, okay. That's how you are. That's not who you have to be, though. A lot of things are by choice. You know what I mean? A lot of things are by choice, man. You could choose to love and not love. But at the end of the day, when you choose not to love, sometimes you end up losing the person that you loved and didn't get to chop it up with them. That old saying, give me my flowers while I'm alive. I'm not perfect by any means. I forget to call people just like the next man. Whatever. I forget to reach out sometimes. I'm human. I lose contact with people. Yes, I do. But we all know it's a two-way street. You ever talk to somebody you haven't talked to in a while? You love them to death. They might love you to death. But when you see each other, the dialogue, it just ain't there. Like, where did that go? What are we holding back? Like, both sides may not be holding back, but the conversation is not reciprocated. You know what I mean? The energy, the vibe ain't there. Where the love at? Love is weird. You know? And when you're sick with a deadly disease, you could probably, probably get in your feelings or overanalyze things more than what needs to be. I could say that because maybe from certain people you expect certain things. Like regardless, boom, you got it. You know what I mean? But then, when that stuff doesn't happen for you, there could be a sense of disappointment or something. You know what I mean? And who knows? The person that you're expecting something from could be going through something themselves. But how do I know that? My cards say, for me, my cards are on the table. My cards is on the table for everybody to see, displayed. And I got a podcast too, so you could tap in with me anytime. You know what I mean? Find out what's going on every day, Monday through Friday. But how do I know what's going on with you if you ain't telling nobody, you ain't letting nobody in? Because I already know me. I know me. I will show up. Because that's just what I do. Some people are just cut from a different cloth. It's crazy. I've seen people just help more people than they help themselves or their loved ones. Help strangers more than they help their loved ones. And their loved ones is right here. You know what I mean? What does love mean to you? And who do you show it to? I think for me, opening up this platform to inform you, to let you in on what I'm going through on a daily basis, I think that's love. Because I'm expressing everything that I need to you, and hoping with the hopes of hoping that you could get through, to help you get through. And if you want to reach out to me, hey, handle that. No problem. Reach out to me. cancermyjourneymyway@gmail.com. If you send me a link to something, I'm probably not going to go to it. I'm not going, all that spam and phishing is not for me. You know what I mean? But if you want to just email me, whatever, boom, send me your social link or something like that or whatever, and I can look you up. Make sure you're real. Make sure you ain't try to scam me. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm projecting myself as love. And you can see that by me talking to you and letting you into my world. Because I could just deal with the people that I have to, the people that are around me. I have to, wrong choice of words. But you get what I'm trying to say. Love. Help yourself. Help others. Don't be afraid to talk. Let your life out. Who cares? Who cares what you've been through, where you come from? Who cares? Be the true you. Do not be embarrassed of who you are. Do not be embarrassed to care. Do not be embarrassed to love. Do not be embarrassed to show strength. Do not be embarrassed. That's not the definition of a man. That's not the definition of a... What? You know what I mean? I trip out on how people think, like, some people might beat their woman or something like that, and then look down on a man that doesn't beat their woman and be like, man, you need to put that woman in place, put her in check. What? Well, that might work for your relationship, bruh, but that don't work for me. See what I'm saying? Like, people scared to talk up. People still intimidated by the bully. You a fool-ass, grown-ass man. If that's how you want to run your life, that's how you want to run your life. That's how you want to... You don't let nobody tell you how to run your relationship. Love yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Love who you are. Be comfortable with who you are, and it'll show up on how you treat the next person. All right? Well, that's Lewis saying I'm out. Uncle Lewis saying I'm out. Tap in with me. Cancer My Journey My Way. Reach out, social media. I'm on all podcast platforms. Spotify, all that, Pandora, you name it, Apple Music. Reach out. Share, love, follow, subscribe, YouTube. Hit all that. Okay? Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace, love, one. My bad.